Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. We are diving into data manipulation and analysis using Dipler, a core package within the Tidyverse. This package will fundamentally change how you interact with your data, making it easier, more intuitive, and incredibly powerful. Before Dipler, manipulating data in R could sometimes feel clunky, especially for beginners. You would use various base R functions, and the code could get complicated quickly. Dipler was created to provide a consistent, human-readable grammar for data manipulation. It focuses on a few key verbs that perform common data tasks, making your code intuitive, consistent, efficient and powerful. First things first, Dipler is part of a larger collection of packages called the Tidyverse. It's best practice to install and load the whole Tidyverse, as many of its packages work seamlessly together. We will now install the library, Tidyverse, which loads several useful packages. Once loaded, Dipler functions become available for use. For this tutorial, we'll be using a classic, built-in R dataset called Iris. It contains measurements of sepal and petal length and width for 3 species of iris flowers. Let's load the Iris dataset. It's built-in, so no need to read a file. Let's take a quick look at the data. The filter verb is like selecting specific rows from your data based on one or more conditions. It's similar to SQL's where clause. Let's understand the filter with some examples. In first example, we will filter rows in the Iris dataset for a specific species versicolor. We can inspect the data using head function. And we can use nRow function to check the number of rows. Let's now filter again using AND condition and R condition. While filter works on rows, select works on columns. It allows you to pick specific columns or drop unwanted ones. Let's go through an example and select only sepal length and species columns. Again, let's select all columns except petal width. We can also select columns using ranges or helper functions. The arrange verb sorts your data frame by one or more columns, either in ascending or descending order. Let's go through some examples. Arrange by sepal length in ascending order. Arrange by sepal length in descending order. Arrange by species, then, by sepal width, multi-column sort. The mutate verb is incredibly powerful for creating new columns or modifying existing ones based on calculations or conditions. Let's go through some examples. This is the syntax. Let's create a new column sepal area using mutate. Let's create 2 new columns petal ratio and is large petal using mutate. We can inspect the data using head function. We can use str function to check the data structure of new columns. The summarize verb reduces your data frame to a single row by performing summary calculations. This is the syntax. Let's go through some examples. Let's calculate the average sepal length for the entire dataset and print the results. We can also calculate multiple summary statistics and print the results. This is where summarize becomes truly powerful. The group by verb, always used before summarize, splits your data into groups based on one or more categorical variables, and then any subsequent dipler operation, like summarize, is applied per group. Let's go through some examples. Let's calculate the average sepal length for each species, using summarize and group by, and print the results. We can also calculate multiple summaries per species. Now, let's tie it all together with the pipe operator. This is the magic that makes dipler code so readable and fluent. Instead of nesting functions, the pipe takes the output of one function and feeds it as the first argument to the next function. It reads like a sequence of steps: take this data, then do this, then do that. In other words, this is equivalent to this one. Let's go through some examples. This is traditional nested approach, which is harder to read. This one is much more readable, using the pipe. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more R tutorials.